For many people, the third Monday of January, a holiday whose name bears the same as this familiar street sign in Fayetteville, means an extra day off from work or school. But on the day before classes begin for the spring semester at the University of Arkansas, Martin Luther King Jr. Day 2011 saw plenty of Razorbacks out in action. The day began with MLK Youth Activity Day at the HPER building, in which over 50 student athletes worked with more than 75 children from the Northwest Arkansas community to develop skills in basketball, volleyball, and soccer.
It's Martin Luther King Youth Activity Day. We probably have about 75 kids here today. And what we're doing is just building relationships within the community and with the campus. We have coaches here from volleyball, the head volleyball coach here. We have the soccer coach, Christina, is here. We have women's basketball coach, men's basketball coach. And we have probably about 65 student athletes from soccer, volleyball, men's basketball, women's basketball, and they're here just helping these kids just get acclimated, have a little fun. They've already ate breakfast this morning, so we're kind of helping them work off that breakfast a little bit, and it's not very structured. We want them just to have fun today.
Dr. King asked people, what have you done for others? And we've tried to impart that message on our student athletes. What have they done for others? And last year they did over 2,500 hours of community service, and that was more than 5 hours per student athlete. So this morning we had a group of over 50 student athletes volunteer and come out to work at MLK Youth Day, and they worked with young people in HPER, and they did a lot of athletic things, but they also imparted some important messages on the youth today. So I'm very proud of what we were able to accomplish this day.
From there, the university moved to Walton Arts Center on Dixon, where Vice Chancellor and Director of Athletics Jeff Long, as well as other members of the Arkansas Razorbacks staff, took part in the MLK Day March with hundreds of community members to celebrate the life and message of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The march ended at the Verizon Ballroom inside the Arkansas Student Union, where Chancellor David Gerhardt and students spoke at the noonday vigil to promote equality and diversity in the community.
Well, actually, this is the Noonday Vigil, and it's sponsored by the Associated Student Government. And what this means is really to memorialize the life and legacy of Dr. King. And it's to pay homage to one of the great leaders of the 20th century, and even going into the 21st century, carrying over his legacy so that we understand what love and leadership and education means to not just the African American community, but to the community, Northwest Arkansas community as a whole.
Well, first, I think it's a credit to Dr. Gerhardt, Mayor Jordan, that we have a community here that recognizes Martin Luther King Jr. Day and the celebration in his honor. Because many communities across the country do not understand that, and really it's just a day off for people. But I applaud them and our university for making this a day on to celebrate his life and really remember his contributions to our society. Certainly our young people, we're trying to teach them to be leaders in their community, and someday they'll graduate and go on into their communities, and giving back and being part of community service is very important. So we're looking to instill upon our own student athletes that sense of what it means to give back and to serve other human beings. And certainly we hope that this sends a message when others around the communities of Fayetteville and Northwest Arkansas see our student athletes giving back, that it'll inspire them to get out and give back to their communities as well.